So manifolds, how are the manifolds configured? Good question. And it's actually a multifaceted question because it's up to you as the customer to really advise us on what you want. Now, you need to know what you want before you can advise us. And this video is going to give you the tools to actually understand how these manifolds work and how they're constructed so that you can advise us on what you want. Now, rudimentary manifolds. They come in stainless steel block manifolds, aluminum manifolds, or a built or constructed manifold that is very price competitive. It's a lot lower than either one of the previous two I just mentioned, and it gets the job done. But with that said, a couple of things with manifolds. How many ports coming in? How many ports going out? And do you have any other specifications that are needed on the manifold? Any safety valves, relief valves, exhaust ports? Exhaust ports go outside. You never want to advise and drain your exhaust inside a building, especially when you're dealing with CO2. Now, with the manifolds themselves, we can design the manifolds where all the ports are on one side, in and out. Maybe the ins coming in and all out on one side. Maybe there's two ins and there's all out. Or you have in on the end, on one of the ends, you have a exhaust or a gauge, a pressure gauge on the other side, and then you have outputs or out ports on both sides of the block. Those are a couple different options. Kind of hard to imagine here, but on one of our sliders on our homepage, we have a couple of different block manifolds and you'll be able to see what's on there. Now, the other options that go into manifolds, what size ports? 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch, 1/4 inch. We can also do fittings in those. So JIC, we have SAE, there's many different options. If you don't know what the fittings are, we have another video on this page just on fittings. Now, also, they come in the ports. Come in the ports, yes. Into the port, we can have on and off valves. Also, we can have on and off valves going out. Reason being is, let's say you're constructing a system where you have all these tanks that are coming into the manifold and you have two outs. So 4 ports coming in, 2 ports going out. Well, if you want to switch one of those tanks, but you don't want to have to clear your whole system out, you're going to want on and off valves that individually turn off whatever inlet or outlet is going on at that manifold. Those are all options that we can accommodate. Really, the options are limitless. Of course, you have to have CO2 and hoses and valves and a manifold, so maybe there is a limit, but you get the point. The goal here is to explain the concept to you and actually so you understand kind of where the parameters lie and what you need with the manifolds. Obviously, everything comes with a cost. The more bells and whistles, the more it's going to cost. However, safety is number one. So generally we have lever valves to make it super easy where if the valve is one way it's off, the other way it's on. And that way any employees or any multi-personnel that are coming in to use the system, they are clearly defined on instructions and instructed on these instructions. The instructions are clearly defined on how to use the manifold. That should cover everything with manifolds and the options available. So now you can make a good decision on what manifolds you may need and what bells and whistles or options that you have. Contact us if you have any other questions. This is CryoFX.